Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Rinks and welcome to a new edition of Poketeams. In this video, we're going to give a Pokemon team to the Dark Knight, Batman. The first Pokemon I've given Batman is a Lucario. I gave him Lucario because it seemed like a perfect fit for him because Lucario is actually depicted as a really good fighter in the Pokemon verse. Not to mention that he has his aura, well, let's just call it aura detection, and it's kind of ideal where it kind of mimics Batman's detective mode in some of the Arkham games. So that was one reason why I'd given him a Lucario. Lucario kind of gives off, not stubborn, but like he wills himself to defeat any enemy or overcome any obstacle that's put in front of him. So that would kind of be like a trait that Batman would give him. And also this Lucario has the same training as Batman, so this Lucario is already a big deal. It's kind of like, if you want to say this is his Robin to any situation, I would say that, but it's not necessarily a Robin, but I digress. Not to mention it Mega Evolves, so that already enhances his powers. So in conclusion, Lucario and Batman are a perfect fit for each other. And I wouldn't see any other Pokemon with him that's his partner. The next Pokemon I've given Batman is a Noivern. He's actually met Noivern as a Noibat on the day of his parents' funeral. And ever since he's encountered this Noibat, he's actually become very good friends with it, and it has actually became a catalyst of him becoming Batman. Growing up with it, it actually become very affectionate towards Bruce. And because of that, it evolved into a Noivern. And this Noivern is more of a reconnaissance Pokemon for Batman, because even though he will have a bat wing, that Noivern will still patrol the skies of Gotham, and no one seems to know where it is. It's kind of like Man-Bat. But Noivern would patrol the skies of Gotham, making sure that he hears any criminal activities and learning about what the villains are planning so he can plan ahead of time. And his Pokemon could actually move about, meeting Batman there and actually stopping the said crime. The third Pokemon that I've given Batman is a Greninja. Now this one is another ideal Pokemon I've given Batman. Even though Batman is not really depicted as a ninja, he's more of a samurai depending on which variation you're going with. Nonetheless, I've given him a Greninja. He's actually had this Greninja when he was a Froakie, and he's actually traveled the world and he came across this Froakie training in a certain dojo. You will not see this Greninja coming right at you. Not to mention its shurikens, even though he throws regular shurikens, every once in a while you'll see a bat-shaped shuriken coming at you. Not to mention it'll have moves like Night Slash, Smoke Screen, and a bunch of other stuff as well. The fourth Pokemon I've given Batman is an Electivire. He's actually had this Electivire since he was a kid. An Elekid? That's a bad dad joke. Moving on. Elekid is very stubborn as well. Like if there was a wall in front of it, it's more of a I'll break the wall down to get to you rather than going around it. It's very strong for an Elekid as well. So when he actually acquired it to train with him, it leveled up very quickly where it evolved into an Electabuzz and then eventually an Electivire when he completed his training. The reason why I've given him an Electivire because it's kind of models his battle armor for certain enemies that he faces, and also he needed a Pokemon to go up against bigger villains and bigger Pokemon because he will come across those. Bruce actually gives him a device where it kind of generates electricity like as if he's getting hit by a thunderbolt. And he has an ability called Motor Drive, and that actually increases his speed. So this is an Electivire you don't want to be in front of because it moves lightning quick. The next Pokemon I've given Batman is a Marowak. It was very hard to train at first because it didn't really seem to want to learn anything, but with the help of Bruce's Pokemon, it excelled dramatically. Also, what Batman did to help out Marowak was to give it kind of like a mini utility belt similar to his, where he loses his bone club every now and then during a fight. He would actually reach into his utility belt and grab another nightstick that actually elongates whenever he presses a button to a bone or to a long staff, accustomed to its body. So that way Marowak is ready for a fight at any given chance. The last Pokemon I've given Batman is a Mewtwo. What? I know Batman gets a lot of criticism for a lot of things. About always defeating his villains, always coming out on top. But I will kind of agree with you here. How the hell did he get a Mewtwo? Well, one night he was actually investigating a underground laboratory. Batman has made his way into the underground laboratory and defeated several thugs, and Mewtwo managed to break out during the carnage, but Mewtwo thought that Batman was the one who created him, so he wanted to fight him and kill him. So Batman has brought out all of his Pokemon and actually took all of his Pokemon to defeat this Mewtwo, and boy was that a battle. He takes it back to his Batcave and he's analyzing Mewtwo, and when Mewtwo wakes up, he feels like he's being restrained, and Batman's trying to tell him that Team Rocket was the one who made him, and he's actually making plans to defeat them. Batman has shown Mewtwo the evidence that Team Rocket has created him. Mewtwo agrees to help Batman in defeating Team Rocket. They go to the facility and they shut everything down. They stop Team Rocket and they brought him out to be questioned by the police and be taken to the GCPD. Mewtwo, looking over to the facility, Batman thanks him for helping him take him down, and Mewtwo does the same. Mewtwo says that, "I will not be confined by a Pokeball, but I do owe you. Whenever you need me, call upon me." And Mewtwo is not necessarily his Pokemon. He helps Batman in extreme cases, kind of like Justice League matters, as he would help him out, because the Justice League, they take on some heavy hitters, so they need some Pokemon to do some heavy hitting. So that would be the case for Mewtwo. Not to mention Batman has made special armor for him to actually focus his psychic powers. So to recap, let's look at all the Pokemon I have given Batman. We've given him a Lucario that can Mega Evolve, Noivern, Greninja, Electivire, Marowak, and Mewtwo. All of his Pokemon respect Batman and they admire him, and Batman does the same for them. So through all their training, through all their hardships, that they make a really good team, a really good detective team, and a really good heroic team. A team that Gotham deserves. The one that it needs right now to protect it. Well, that's the end of the video. What'd you think? What'd you like about Batman's Pokemon team? Let me know in the comments below what you liked about him. Also, let me know of other characters I can give Pokemon teams to. Well, let's wrap things up. Hit the notification bell to get notified whenever you want to see my Poke videos come out. Also, like, subscribe, share, and also there's some links down below to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Until then, my guys, I catch you later. Bye!